Drinking beer from a straw. Yeah, the Sumerians created beer. They actually recorded over 200 different recipes for beer. They loved beer. Now, first of all, we know this is the Earth and the Moon. This is a star, but it's 8-pointed, so we think it represents Venus. And the number 8, I'll explain later why 8 would be Venus. Here's Mars, here's Jupiter. Oh my, what is this? Saturn. With rings? Hello, you can't see Saturn with rings unless you have binoculars, at least of 10 or 15 power. There's no other ancient depiction I can find anywhere that has rings other than this. This is a very unique piece on this planet. And this is also unusual. The straw is in between Mars and Jupiter. Now what's in between Mars and Jupiter? Well, it's the asteroid belt. Is it consistent with what we're familiar with? Is it consistent with what we know? Or is it opposite with what we know? I wouldn't talk about the straw if it was over here. I wouldn't talk about it if it was over here. But it happens to be consistently in the place where the asteroid belt really is. And I think that's interesting, because it is showing Saturn with rings. Maybe it is talking about the asteroid belt. We don't know. There's nothing else on here to indicate that they are trying to make more of, give you more information than just the simple, like, this is our local neighborhood. This piece of information here is well beyond, again, 4,500 years ago. It should not exist. Nobody should know or have this information or be able to depict this. First of all, what is in the center? A star, the sun, our sun. Do you all remember when you were children how you used to draw the sun? Because I drew it like this, with rays coming off of it. And by the way, there's a lot of depictions of suns with rays coming off, or stars with rays coming off, or planets with stuff coming off. So that's not an unusual. Also, it happens to be the Star of David, 6-pointed star. If you take away the globe, it's just like this. A triangle here, a triangle there. This shows every planet that we know of in our solar system today, and I'll show you how it is set up. The reason it shows, and there's also 12 objects here, we'll talk about 12 for a second. 12 objects because every god was represented by an astrological symbol or object. So they counted the sun. There was the god who was the sun god. They had a moon god. So the sun and the moon, the 9 planets is 11, and they talked about an extra planet, which Steve mentioned was called Nibiru, the planet of crossing. Here is the Earth and the moon. Now it's not going in order, so don't think that they're trying to tell you how the solar system is really aligned. The important thing is that whoever the scribe got the information from to draw this picture told him what to do and how many to put. This is the Earth and the moon, this is Mercury and Venus. This is Uranus, Neptune, and this is Pluto. This is Mars, this is this extra planet Nibiru, this is Jupiter and Saturn. So across the top, here and here. So we have every object identified that we know of today. And Pluto was not discovered till the 1930s. Uranus and Neptune were the 1800s. Yet here is all of them depicted. Over here is now the asteroid belt. So if we were to draw this, we would show little pieces of rocks broken up here. What's interesting is they show a planet over here. Now, are they saying that the asteroid belt used to be a planet and now we look at it and it's not, the planet was destroyed? Probably not, because this piece is only 4,500 years old. The asteroid belt is obviously millions of years old. Based on the trajectory of individual asteroids, if it was less, we would see more of them flying off, but they're pretty consistently staying in their orbit. So we think what they're telling us is that when that planet of theirs, that their gods told them they came from, is close to Earth, it shows up between Jupiter and Mars.